As Nigeria continues our onward march to the 2023 general elections, the spokesman of the Northern Elders Forum, Dr. Akim Baba Ahmed, has come out to react to the recent promises made by All Promises All Progressives Congress APC presidential flag bearer Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu that he will not allow the country collapse under his watch if elected in the upcoming polls. Recall that while addressing a crowd of supporters at the kickoff of the APC presidential campaign trail in Plateau on Tuesday, November 15, Tinubu had promised to save the country from collapse by dealing decisively with the myriad security and economic challenges plaguing the country. Reacting to the promise made by the former Lagos governor during an interview on Trust TV's Daily Politics a few hours ago, Dr. Ahmed opined that the major issue the APC will have during its campaign is how it will make promises on what Tinubu will do for the country without making the Muhammadu Buhari administration look bad. He said, in truth, this is quite likely the largest liability of the APC, the legacy issue. They will be carrying a huge cross on their shoulders. They have to explain to Nigerians how another 8 years under the APC will improve, not necessarily make things worse. I think it's a gamble. They are gambling. They don't want to move too far from Buhari's legacy and records, and at the same time, they don't want to hug him too closely. They don't want to throw him under the bus. I am second guessing, fine, but I think it's a strategy that they have to be very careful in designing. He is the chairman of the campaign committee and the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. There are people in the party who consider him to be a potent force, so they have to be very, very careful. It is gambling. Yeah, Nigeria will be, in my own from my own summary, is just they are trying to gamble. You can't swallow, you can't chew. It's just there. They don't want to offend Buhari and they don't want to offend the people because it's just the greatest liability. Just like the man has said, we all know the games that these guys are playing. They don't want to be close to him. They don't want to hug him. They don't want to distance themselves from him because they know that we have a lot of people who are supporting Buhari, especially from that side. They are illiterate. They don't know their left from their right. So, and that is why they know the extent at which the people who are shouting Obi, 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 because people are the background, are the backbone of all these politicians. Without the people, forget it. And that's why they always want to use one or two things to cajole some people, not everybody. So when you see all those people who are running after Buhari, it was during the COVID-19 I got to know, I said, really? So when they always talk about this man has a large followers, it is because of the people who are always, they will always tell lies. And that is why you see that the politicians always talk about it's all about a number. It's all about number. Their politics is a game of number, all about number. They want that number anywhere it's coming from, whether the person has even done anything evil to them before. So far, they're plenty so that they will be able to win first. So that is what they are looking at from the angle of Buhari, so that they will be able to get something from him. Because we still have people who do not think, even in their midst of suffering, they don't think. They just say, oh, it's because it's my person. All those sentiments of voting or supporting people. Oh, it is my person. At the end of the day, they just say, okay, let us go. They don't even look back. So those are the things they are looking at to get from him. Because ordinarily, Buhari is a liability, big liability to Tinubu. And if Nigeria will be voting them, we are just going. It's a gamble because you are not even sure. And this man has said it. Everybody knows that, but we don't want to say the truth. As a national leader, God forbid, of APC government, Tinubu watched Buhari ruined the country and said he will continue from where Buhari stopped, which means Tinubu will bury Nigeria if he becomes the president of Nigeria. But God forbid that it comes to pass. Okay, you are understanding things upside down. I don't blame you or level of understanding, but get this, Obi is not it. Okay, so at your age, suffering never tire you. To suffer never tire you. Abi, it never tire you. Can you imagine? Don't worry. Never, okay. year we go, every year we go, see how it come, but make today dates. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu wins, have it in mind that it is Shetima that is ruling, and you and Fulani finally take over your Yoruba land and send you to bush. They no go hear now until the deed is being done. They call they cry. I don't know why people just love to be deceived. The biggest mistake would be to allow APC government continue in 2023. It is time we the electorate take power from those crooks that have held up hostage for the past 40 years. Let's try something new. Tinubu is coming to right all the perceived wrongs that Tinubu Buhari has done under the name of APC. So you, under the name of APC, you see they believe them. So you know say Buhari don't do wrong thing. Really, but you will never agree to that. That is why we should not gamble. We should not gamble with our lives. We know more than you. We don't need your advice. Vote your people. That is it. Buhari and his cabals intentionally plagued APC so as to pave way for another illiterate Fulani through the back door. The Northern Coalition under Dr. Akim Baba Ahmed has been having it somehow rough with Buhari APC government. Tinubu is the national leader of the party. As an incumbent, he failed to bring his expertise to bear throughout Buhari tenure. Sincerely, economically, Nigeria has collapsed, and even the securities ranks on the same level with power supply. So what collapse is Tinubu talking about? How can you sincerely blame a man not in Buhari's government or cabinet because you want to pull him down? Does Buhari a general take advice? So they're not saying that they take advice. So why you go support her? Now you want to tell us. So because they take advice, Tinubu no be small picking for politics. He ought to have known, but he deliberately and selfishly went to support him, knowing fully well say you no go take advice, say you go ruin the country. You are not giving us say you no go take advice, but he supported him. Can you imagine this excuse that these guys are giving? Can you imagine? Why not dwell on his track records as governor? You know, even Tinubu said no even get records. You can convince the people on Tinubu is the next president. Asiwaju has never told us anything he will do differently. Buhari was a former head of state, an army general, and doubtless a man of character. Yet, APC structure divested him of vigor and vitality such that Nigeria is on the brinks. Asiwaju wants us to believe in him as an achiever, having been Lagos State governor, and that is all. He has never added anything to it. In fact, Asiwaju is unprepared. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this.